Rise and shine. Of course it starts with that one. Good morning. It's 11 a.m. though. That's morning for me on the weekends. Any other day. How's everything outside? Still noisy, but forces have been deployed to take care of most of them, at least. How so? Zaibatsu Corps' president is pleading with anyone to stop the rogue White Knights. Neighboring city forces were deployed quickly and have subdued most of the opposition. There have also been reports of White Knights just freezing, like they were petrified somehow. Make it sound like some god suddenly decided to put everything in place. Well, I'm just glad no bullets are flying in and out of the whole building. Sure, there's still some bad apples out, and it's not really safe yet, but it was worse last night. There also seems to be a civilian force lynching any White Knights they spot. So not only are the White Knights a problem, regular folks are on edge too. I wonder if Sei is okay. It's really telling that when she mentions that, my mind went directly to Sei as well. Should we be worried about Gil? That kid knows how to take care of himself. I'm sure that whatever it is that he's doing, he's safe. Dare I say, even safer wherever he is than here. I sure hope so. Are you gonna work today? Nah, things are too nasty right now. Let's take the Sunday off. Oh, alright. Say, do you want me to help you get up to your apartment? Actually, yeah, I'd appreciate that. Okay, then let me lock things up and we'll go. We'll grab something for lunch on the way. Sounds good. Oh, shit! And here we are. Home sweet home, thanks a lot. This is the first majorly detailed picture we have of Jill. She just looks depressed. Hey boss, wanna hang out for a bit? Yeah, grab a bill, chill out for a bit. Melissa, thank you for helping me. Well, I don't have much to do anyway, so yeah, sure. I did tell you should invite me to your apartment sometime, didn't I? Oh yeah, you did. What worries me is a bit is that beer always leads to something else. To more beer? I was gonna say to one of us going through the Spanish announcer's table, but I think we're safe here. Come on in then. Excuse me. Want one? Sorry, I don't smoke. Don't mind me though. Smoke if you wanna. Thanks. Say, how is the chilly weather treating you? It gets cold from time to time, but nothing the Kotatsu and the heater can't fix. Oh, right, boss. You're not very good with the cold, are you? You know it. You didn't bring your jacket here either. Yeah, I left it at home with no one in the bar yesterday. It wasn't that cold, and I didn't expect to spend the night at the bar. Would you like a sweater or something? Oh, don't mind me. I insist. I had this hoodie from some time ago, and it was too big for me. Why buy it then? It was dirt cheap. Right. Wait, where'd you get this one? Dunno, some flea market ages ago. Why? Nothing, just like one I had many years ago. What happened to it? Too much use to just rip? I see. You can keep it if you want. I never use it anyway. We'll see. Come to think of it, how old are you, boss? I'm eternally 17. Fair enough. 17 plus how much? 17 plus I'd have to cut your tongue if you knew. Alright. Let me go change into something more comfortable. Take your time. Yeah. Say, Jill, there's a blue-eyed mass of black fur glaring in my general direction. Huh? Oh, that's just 4. He's just wary of any new visitors. Cats will be cats, I guess. He'll warm up quickly, though. Just give him time. He's unusual looking. Blue eyes on a black cat. They usually have green. Yeah, weird, huh? At first I thought they were like that because he was small, but they never changed. Do you have any pets, boss? Back at home we had a bear. What? Good old Bosco. He kept intruders away better than any dog. Right. Huh? This picture here isn't something you see every day. What? Me taking such a sappy pic? No, a framed picture on printed paper. It's so vintage. Foreshadowing. Who are these? That's, the one on the right is Lenore, my ex-girlfriend. The one on the left is Gabriel, her sister. Huh. Is this pic recent, or... Actually, that one's from 3 or 4 years ago. They look exactly the same. I'm only 27. What did you expect? That's why they say kids are the ones that get old. I thought it was recent because you don't usually see people displaying pictures of their exes so openly. Let alone a printed and framed one. Did you two break up on good terms then? You even hesitated a bit when calling her your ex. Let's just say that everything ended with Let's just say that everything ended with both of us saying mean things. And me storming out of her house, breaking a couple things on the way out. We never broke up formally, and I guess I still have feelings for her. I just went away, haven't said any words since. Really? It's hard to picture you doing such a thing. You look so happy in the pic. Why have her picture out like this then? I just couldn't get my mind off something that Alma said to me. About missing having the warmth of someone else pressed against your side. Using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs. Putting your head in their chests, listening to their breathing as they pet your head. Dozing off, knowing they're there, watching you, protecting you. I don't know, I felt nostalgic and miserable. I'll just put this away. I've been meaning to apologize, but I feel like it's too late now. Whenever I go out, there's this fear in the back of my head that I'll meet her in the street. I just don't know if I could face her again, let alone talk to her. It'd be a mess. It's never too late to apologize, Jill. Maybe. What's that on the table? Looks like an envelope. It's nothing. Nothing! No, please give that to me. Nope. Alright. It's not nothing. Don't worry. Anyway, let's grab some beers. Guide me. So, this is honestly the most of what the gameplay is for the entire day. We have a text box and a drink button. When we want to drink, we click the drink button. Just drink on the drink button. And then we open another beer. So, essentially what this is a huge long box of dialogue and beer. And the only thing that really changes is that depending on how much you've drank, Jill will be more and more inebriated. And it might change some of the dialogue options. There's no good or bad way to do it. It's just however you feel doing it. So for now, we'll just continue. Well, the BTC gives me discounts at a point card I can use every time I buy their alcohol. With that, beer is actually the cheapest drink I can get. Is there any difference between the drinks at the bar and these? The drinks at the bar are more addictive, flavorful, and also stronger than the ones they sell in stores. Besides, the one in the bar is more of a double IPA. This one is more of a Pilsner. I don't know what that means. Oh, thanks for that, Dana. This one's lighter in color and lighter in flavor. Dunno, it doesn't taste like a lighter to me. Is this one made with that, what's the name of that base liquid you use at the bar again? Nutriogenic dichrometricolloid, or NDL. It was a supplement or something, right? It was an experimental fluid they created to replace water when the maiden kiss polluted water supplies. Those are things that happened. The effects of pollution turned out to be temporary, so NDL never went into mass production. But the BTC still commissioned it for use in bars. Is this one made with it? Let's see. Yep, here it is near the end. NDL and cornstarch. Cornstarch? It serves as a stabilizer, if I remember correctly. They need it for packaged drinks. I see. And I just realized something. What? You're a nerd, Jill. Guilty as charged. Drink. I just try to drink whenever I feel like it would be appropriate. Still have that bottle of rum somewhere around. You want some of it? Will you have some too? Not really, no. Then I leave it like that. I'm not letting you drink beer alone. That's not how drinking with friends works. Do you consider me a friend then, boss? Drink. Why wouldn't I? Dunno. With being my boss and all. I'm never too sure. Well, in case you have any doubts, yes, I consider you one of my best friends. Besides, you and Gil are always so diligent and responsible, and I'm boss in name only anyway. That's good to know. On a side note, it surprises me you kept that poster of me in the room. And even more that you hung it in plain sight. When I gave it to you, it was more or less a joke, you know? Does it make you uncomfortable? If it doesn't make you uncomfortable, why would it make me uncomfortable? It's my own face. I'm still wondering why you did it, though. Aside from filling an empty spot in the wall, I don't really know. I thought it was funny, too. Guess it's like if someone gave you, I don't know, dildo-shaped trophy or something you had there as a conversation starter. Although no one comes here anyway, so it's kind of pointless. What? No steamy nights of passion? Not since a year ago, I think. I'd rather not talk about what happened then. Did someone hurt you? Because if they did, I can go dish out the pain. No, nothing of the sort. A different kind of mess. Uncomfortable mess. A not being able to have sex for reasons mess. Oh, wait, no, that was Jill. I know you have my back, though. That's what friends are for. Wait, you talk about the poster and compare it to having a dildo-shaped trophy. Did you just call me dildo face? That's what friends are for. Hey Jill, where'd you get that black 4-ball? Well, as with any black cat or house cat in general, he's actually a stray. Found him in the alleys near the building, not long after I moved here, I think. Ah, I see. It was quite the sight, though. He was cornered by all these dogs, they were keeping their distance. He was holding his ground, hissing and scratching as much as he could. There was a fried chicken bucket nearby that had some rainwater in it, so I threw the water over the dogs. They ran, and I figured the cat's mom would be nearby, so I left. Then I noticed people looking in my direction as I walked. Turns out the little shit started following me. So you brought it home. At first, I wanted to see if I could find him a new home, but having him welcome me whenever I came back was just too much for my heart, so he ended up staying. Yeah, I'll drink. I personally will drink to that one. I might complain about my kitty interrupting me on the games, but she welcomes me every time I walk in the door. It was destiny, girl. When he came, he was so cute, though. I like the fat mess that's sleeping on the table. Hey, you're not a spring chicken yourself, you know. Drink! Drink! Oh ho! Shit, I actually did that in front of someone else. Oh ho ho ho! Anyway. Don't anyway me. Do you normally speak to your cat like that? Or for your cat like that? Maybe. Drink. I wonder if Gil's alright. You worried about him? You make it sound like I'm some emotionless robot. You can be hard to read. I wouldn't worry about Gil so much, though. There's 3 things I know for certain about him. First, he can take care of himself. Second, you can sincerely trust him. And third, he absolutely hates bell pepper. He does. I've seen him even reject food that has been in contact with it. Man, what a baby. Unless he's allergic or something. He's not. Man, what a baby. How did you meet such a guy? He, showed up in the door of the bar. He... what? Well, it was shortly after the whole incident with Robert and the levitation potion. Right, levitation potion. It was a slow day, and he just showed up at the bar. I offered him a drink, but he said he didn't have money on him. I couldn't leave him alone, so I pretty much gave the drinks for free. And after a couple, he broke down crying. Huh? I don't know what he did, but he was really, really regretting it. He wanted a second chance or whatever, and I told him if he could wash himself, I'd find him a job. And I'll be damned, he looked totally different the next day. Damn. I tried and failed to find out anything about him, so I decided to take him at face value. I'd judge him for what he did as an employee. And aside from the occasional sudden escapade, he's been as loyal gets. I'll return the favor in kind, covering his ass from time to time, sometimes literally. What surprises me is that you took him in so easily. I could take care of myself, and I always kept an eye on him. Besides, after the whole Robert thing, I couldn't ignore someone that desperate so easily. I see. You've made the bar more lively yourself, you know. How so? Well, with the regulars you've earned, of course. Like that blonde titty hacker. I can't remember her name. Alma? I was going to say Armitage. Ah! Well, she's hot, I'll give her that much. She's also a nice person in general, but damn, she's hot. Are you alright, Jill? Yeah? Why? It's weird to say so openly that someone's hot. What? Even you can see she has a hot body, boss. You'll find no objections here. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about taking her to a room and... Jill, you sure you aren't drunk? I am. I mean, I'm sure I'm not. I mean... Those are thoughts I leave to myself. I don't think I could handle her in a relationship. She has weird standards. That and she's as straight as straight gets. She's still a lovely person, though. She's become a regular as a blessing. Any regular is a blessing when you get down to it. There's also that sex worker robot girl. Dorothy. She intrigues me, though. I've seen lots of sex workers over the years, and she seems pretty giddy. It's not that she likes her job, rather she takes to it with such childish excitement. I kind of noticed that too, but then again, Lilum can be weird. You think? Lilum operates some really foreign logic. I mean, they don't really share our fear of mortality. Even if their bodies are destroyed, their minds are already backed up in the collective source. If they lose an arm, they can reattach it or replace it. Depending on the circumstances, they might not even feel pain at all. It's not like they haven't attained human-like emotions like fear or love, but they're different. Like a different culture, if you must. I didn't see it that way. Aside from that, Dorothy is a DFC-72. It's a social interactions model or something. Lilum get positive reinforcement straight from their bodies that they're fulfilling their main purpose, so guessing she gets a built-in push whenever she's in a meaningful or challenging social interaction. Interesting. The name Lilum is a bit weird, though. It is? You expect them to be called bots or dolls, but Lilum doesn't convey the image of automatons. Just a tip, bots and dolls are considered slurs by them. Bot is akin to calling them retarded, and doll is like calling them fake. Jeez, like, they're so highly advanced they have slurs. Wow. It's something you probably don't think about, really. Although I've known doll to consistently be, like, offensive to robot people, so that makes sense. That aside, do you know why there's called Lilum? As far as I know, because they all come from a bigger AI called Lilith. Ah, hey! But Lilum are Lilith's offspring in Jewish folklore. Oh, cool. Hey, speaking of names, why don't you like being called by your full name? Drink and open another one. Hey, we're halfway through. I have no idea what you're talking about. Drink again. Don't act stupid. Back when you first transferred, I called you Julianne, and you almost tore me a new one with your glare. Say it like that! It's no big secret, but it's one of those things that feels silly when you say it out loud. Try me. Well, did you ever watch Model Warrior, Julianne? Not all of it, but my little sister's a big fan of the reruns. Back when I was in elementary school, I was a huge fan of the show. I had everything, from the dolls to the costumes to the lunchboxes. Didn't help that it was one of those shows that got strapped literally everywhere. I saw a couple episodes once. They were really nice. It was beyond nice. The show's about a model who can transform into an armor-clad magic knight. She fights demons born from greed and vanity. How this show presented Jules hating her job because it invited enemies. And yet still found solace in trying to be a role model. Hell, the main character wasn't a kid. Julianne was an adult that became younger when transformed. I'd say it was a pretty ambitious kids show. Even by today's standards, just the fact that her enemies were literally issues dealing with beauty standards of body image. Challenging as fuck! Whoa, you got sad over there. And that's the problem. Back then I was obsessed with Jules. I sang the songs, dressed like her, could even recite full chapters. Something tells you still can. That's besides the point. It was nice while I was in elementary school, but then I went to middle school. And what a surprise, tweens are jackasses. They went out of their way to tease me about the things I did back then. I don't hold it against Jules. I always hold my grudge against those fuck jobs. Sounds rough. You know how most girls worry about their thighs at that age? I'm worried about jerkasses singing the theme tune to the show mocking me. Anyways, every time someone calls me Julianne or Jules, I instinctively react negatively. Pavlov would be proud of me. I never talk about it because I find the whole thing too silly in retrospect. And yet, it affects you even today. There's nothing wrong with it, though. It's actually kind of reasonable. I sure hope so. Come to think of it, what kind of kid were you, boss? When I was a toddler, I was the kind to always fight with kids bigger than me. Then puberty happened and I became the Merriam-Webster definition of shallow jerkwad. Around the time I turned 16, I realized what an idiot I was and went on to become who I am today. The less I talk about those years from 12 to 15, the better. Fair enough. Oh, we're red-faced. Say, boss, how do you like them men? 2D. 2D. Yes, I wouldn't mind anything as long as that thing is cute in 2D. How about you? Back in high school, I liked them funny. In college, I liked them successful. For a while, I just wanted them stable, and now? And now? I don't know. I stopped caring about them being funny. My high school boyfriend started conflating cheering me up with mocking me when I'm down. I always stopped caring about them being successful. I realized half the time they had no qualms about cheating with me or on me. And I stopped caring about them being stable. I realized they were the kind of person I was trying not to become. Not become stable? There was this guy who became so obsessed with holding a stable job that he hated, he started being physically ill. Not only that, the last time I managed to get some, I ended up throwing the guy out. I took incredible offense to how I smoked on the bed after sex. The bed could catch fire, you know. Not you two. Kinda envy Alma for that. At least when she dumps a guy, it's for less petty reasons. You okay? I'm fine. It's just... It all boils down to the fact that I can't get my mind off Lenore lately. She was all what I just said. She made me laugh, she had a good position, was stable. She was also smart, caring, and I can't get my mind off the whole thing. It's maddening. Maybe I should go and apologize? Maybe I should. Maybe that'll make me rest easier at night, get my mind off things for a while. I don't even care about going back to her, but... Ah! Hey Jill, have you tried thinking about clothes for 4? Clothes for... Listen, I know how you must feel, but you can't let all of that cloud your senses. Next time you feel overwhelmed by those thoughts, try distracting yourself. Like with, say, thinking what kind of clothes you can put on 4. Yeah. You know, boss, I'm a bit curious about your circle of friends. What kind of people do you have in it? Keep in mind you're included in that circle too, so any insults you hurl will apply right back to you. Anyway, I had this friend I've known for a long time, red-headed, glasses-wearing gun nut called Iris! The one you called for the helmet thing? That one. She's managing a BTC bar in Panama right now, if I remember correctly. She's managing a bar too? I got the idea from her, actually. Oh. It's called N1RV Anna, and if you thought this city was dangerous, you should see the people she has to deal with there. Piracy ain't nothing to fuck with. Anna means it's an annex to another business. What else does she do there? I think the bar was originally her hotel's bar. She moved the bar to its own building somewhere and opened the Nervan in the hotel transfer. Weird decision. I believe she said she wanted a place away from the noise of rich tourists that go to the hotel. So that bar is her woman cave. Woman cave. That aside, let's see. Friends. I guess there's always my little sister, but that's a given. Oh, there's also my old partner from when I was with the Neo San Francisco Police Force. Good old Lexi. Should give her a call sometime. Wait, you were in the what? I've done lots of things, Jill. I spent a short time collaborating with the police force. I've been a wrestler, an MMA fighter, chimney cleaner, lumberjack, pet shop attendant, corporate mascot. Corporate what? I still see my face on some websites from time to time. Anyways, aside from you, Gil, my sis, Iris, and Lexi, I guess there's a lot of people that don't want to see me in harm's way. Mostly because they're the ones that want to hurt me. What about you? I guess I have acquaintances here and there. Back at home in college, I went out a lot. But it felt more like going out was the pleasure rather than the people involved. Aside from you and Gil, my closest friend that's moving here is Alma. Oh, and Dorothy. I mean, sure, there's always 4, but that cat's a hermit that refuses to go out. You know, he's a cat. Hey, a cat's fine too, you know. Hey, boss, what will you do when the bar closes? I don't know. Maybe I'll take a friend's offer of working with her. I was also thinking about going back home and helping with things there. Maybe traveling for a while. Let's see. Oh, but don't worry. Bureaucracy's slow as fuck, so they won't close the bar for quite a while. Better enjoy being here while you can. Yeah, maybe. Will you be visiting me in whatever bar I end up working in? I have a bone to pick with the guy that supervises the bar I'm planning to get you transferred to. I go there even though I have virtually no reason to. With you there, I'd have something pleasant to look forward to. You're sending me to someone you have problems with? If I had to trust another bar owner, it's certainly him. He's actually a pleasant boss from what I've seen. The fact that he and I have a tendency to go at each other's throats is an unrelated matter. I'll trust you on that one then. Don't worry, maybe I can get you a bracelet made out of wood pieces from the bar's counter or something. We'll see. Hey, I'll tell you what. When the bar closes, let's go take a vacation. Go on a trip. That'll clear your mind a bit. Yeah, maybe. And there you have it. An interesting chapter. Not much to talk about. Depending on, like I said, how much you drink, the conversations can change. I know in particular that the conversation about Alma changes depending on how many beers you've had. I did one where I didn't... Oh, we're in chapter 2, by the way. Where I didn't drink very much. And because of that, she wasn't quite as open about how she thinks she's hot. So our next big thing will be our electricity bill, which will be due on the 24th, which will need 8,000. Luckily, we already have 6,000. That's a whole 5 days away. So we'll take care of that. And we also gotta buy a Daruma for our girl to make her feel good. I'm gonna take a quick break here, and I'll see you guys in the next day.